Hey, welcome back to yet another video in the training. Let's get customers who are crazily willing to flock your door with huge amount of money, and I assure you at the end of the training you are going to get there. Hang in there, folks. In this video I'm going to talk about the importance of differentiating between passive versus active income. Now, as I'm a freelancer and who has been freelancing for over 2 decades on one of the world's largest freelance marketplace called Guru.com, here are my stats. Here's what I've done on Guru.com, but I'm not as active as I used to be a few years back. And here's the reason for this. The reason for being not so active on Guru.com or as a freelancer on different freelance marketplaces is because I understand the importance of building businesses that fetch in the passive income. A business that does not require you to sit on your desk 24/7 is a profitable business, as long as it moves the money needle. Because as a freelancer, someone who's providing services, you are required to sit on your desk all the time. You get into projects, you are supposed to deliver a project on a delivery date. You've got to meet, a deadline here. And only if you deliver a project, you get paid. That's what the service industry is for you. But in contrast, if you have built a profitable passive business that primarily focuses on a product niche or service niche, you can make money while you're traveling, you're sleeping, hanging out with friends, or enjoying your me time. I realized this pretty late in my life. After having made over $1 million in sales as a freelancer, I realized that I need to get rid of my chair and desk. I ran into multiple health problems, back problems to begin with, because I was sitting on my chair literally like 16 to 18 hours in a day when I was surfacing up as a promising freelancer in my early days. But then as I grew over time, I realized this has to stop. Freelancing should be your starting point, but at some point you need to make a decision of hanging up your shoes and look for multiple sources of income. And honestly speaking, if you are in a service industry, you got to realize the importance of putting up a show where you're not required to sit on your desk all the time. I realized YouTube does wonders. I record a video for, let's say, 1 hour, 35 minutes at least, and 1 hour at most. And then once I build a reputation using my social media platforms, Facebook profile page, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, on my blog beingguru.com, once I started sharing my YouTube channel link, over a period of time I realized that it brings in a same amount of money for a good viewed video, let's say 20K, that I would be making as a freelancer by offering a logo designing services. So what's the difference? I mean, as a logo designer, I have to sit on my desk and create unlimited sketches, unlimited designs to make sure that my client is happy, and only to find out that they give me like $50 odd for one logo job and still not happy. I mean, not everybody acts up this way, but primarily, generally what I've experienced over the years, particularly in my later half of my career as a freelancer, since there's a huge saturation, client has become over demanding. But if I'm making the same amount of money, actually a lot more than that particular money that I would get as a freelancer for designing a logo. So if I get around $100 or $200 for making one video that requires my 35 minutes, or let's say at most 1 hour, this passive income makes a lot of sense. It gives me a lot of ample time to focus my energies, pay attention to the task that will bring in the money. Eventually, the business is about bringing in the cash, bringing in the sales. No business would shut down on the basis of co-founders fighting or things not going co-founders' way. Businesses, startups, entrepreneurs, they lose a drive because the sales doesn't come in, because the money needle doesn't grow, the money needle doesn't move, which means that you got to bring in a huge attention to bring the money in, to build your sales. Eventually, if people are buying your product or service, the cash is coming in and you're making money, right? So what I've realized over the time is passive income is far better than the active income. You're not required to sit on your desk 24/7. It could be digital products, it could be e-commerce, it could be YouTube channel, it could be a blog. I own a blog called beangguru.com. It could be a asset investment. I've got this resort here in one of the hilly stations in my country. Passive income is something that would let you go places in life. I hope this makes sense.